Hi guys, it's Cinnamon and Noah 98 here, and I have been on YouTube lately, and I have been seeing like a lot of videos and stories on like their self-harm and stuff like that, and I've been reading the comments, and a lot of them are just so horrible. There's one on a video, the video is really graphic, and there's a comment on there from a girl, and she's saying, how did I even end up here? You know, if you want real self-harm, then go to a mental hospital and stop being such an attention seeker. And when it showed pictures of it would show pictures of her cutting. And there was a comment, nice sleeve tattoo, as if making a joke out of it, but I just can't believe all the people that were being so rude to her and calling her names and just doing nothing but making it worse, and instead of trying to help her, you're just sitting here and making it worse. Somebody called her pathetic and a psycho, and that she needs to get off her pathetic ass and go get help, and it's just like, you're not helping. Like, being called names is what starts this stuff in the first place for a lot of people, and you coming on YouTube and encouraging a bunch of other strangers, like millions of people, like, you're encouraging them when you post something negative. Like, then they'll think it's okay to be negative and rude. There were just way more rude comments that were just gonna do nothing but make it worse than there were any that were encouraging and supportive, and it was really sad, especially going, I've gone through it myself, and it's not easy. It's not that we're doing it for attention, and there's a comment there saying there are places to get help. I went to a mental stabilization hospital 3 times, then I went to an outpatient therapy, and then I went back to the mental hospital, and then they sent me to residential for almost a year, and here I am 2 years after getting out of that residential, and I still have problems with it. It's really hard for me to keep myself from not cutting. And it really just shows how many people don't take this seriously, and that they think that it's not, a deadly thing that we go through. It's not just because we're stupid teenagers, plenty of people have problems with this. Adults have issues with it. And like, it shows if you needed help, like, you couldn't even go, online to escape it, which is pretty sad. If you can't escape it physically, like, you can't even go on YouTube and get support, because there are people there that are just gonna come out and they're just gonna bite you on the ass and make you feel worse. And my cutting was never really out of control, but I did do it. And I don't have, you can't really see the scars that I have, but it's not something to play around with. It's not just a joke. We're not doing it for attention. Like, that's the only way that we know how to cope. And like, for me, nothing worked. Just no matter where I went to get help, it just never seemed to work. And it would be nice to be able to go somewhere to escape it, but I guess that's not possible, even with people that, don't know you, so they have a harder time judging you. But I guess that's not true. But leave your comments and stuff below. Please, nothing negative, because I really don't want to deal with it. Because if you post something negative, that just proves that you're just as insensitive as everybody else that started bullying and all this other stuff. So if you post something negative, I hope that you remember that you're not helping, and it's people like you that cause these issues because they never let up. And when you guys see that it hurts, you just keep doing it. You don't care how we feel. And people like that, they really should have to go to jail, because they really are driving a person to their death if they don't stop. And that's the sad part. They don't realize it. And then when the person, finally commits suicide because of everything that you have put them through, and you get in trouble, you don't think you've done anything wrong. And when you do realize it, I hope that you have to live with it. And, you're going to take that to your grave with you. You're going to die feeling guilty that you caused someone else to take their own lives. And yes, I know that they have their own mind, but when they have stuff like that going on in their mind without somebody else telling them, you telling them, along with the thoughts in their head, does not make it any better. It does not help. And I don't know why you think it does, because it doesn't. It doesn't make them get over it. Being mean doesn't make them get over it. Being mean doesn't make them less ugly if you think they're ugly. You don't have to be mean. That's, the simplicity of it. There was nothing like this, when my parents were born. There was none of this cyberbullying, and now that we have it all, it's kind of hurting us more than it's doing us any good. Because when people can't reach somebody physically, they decide to attack them, online and emotionally and stuff like that. One of the worst comments, though, that I did see on a video was, if you're that damn depressed, take a gun and shoot yourself in the head already. That really got to me. 'Cause that one comment alone, that person could have took it to heart, and she could have done it. She could have. And that man would have been held responsible. He would have been, I think it's a law now, he would have been charged with murder because he said the provoking comment. But anyways, just put your thoughts in the comments and whatever. But like I said before, if you put anything negative, then I hope you know you're just as bad as all the people that start bullying and cause these issues. Thanks for watching.